Good afternoon once again. Bill Pfeiffer speaking to you from Mary's Field. Today I'd like to share a little bit with you from St. Francis de Sales. Sometimes in the middle of the day I just change my mind about what's going to work for that day, and this day I kind of did that a little while ago. Francis de Sales was, 4 centuries of being in and out depending on what people thought, but he was a very gentle, understanding, and St. James he said of himself that I am a complete human being, and he is. He was very gentle, very understanding, very warm in all of the things that he said and in the advice and direction that he gave to people. He was a lawyer, he was a scholar, he was a bishop, he was ultimately a saint and a doctor of the church, which means he was really a very intelligent man in so many different ways. And he said so many wonderful things, and these are days filled with stress and anxiety and worry with all of the COVID and the things that it's brought and demanded from our hearts. I don't think God caused the COVID, but I'm sure he's using it to force us to go back into ourselves and discover who we are. Are we able to handle silence? Are we able to handle a 9-month retreat of carefulness with our own hearts? And not everybody's doing that very well. And Francis de Sales is a person who really offers us some kind of real consolation. The words I'm going to use are from a series called With Great Spiritual Teachers, a 30-day retreat with great spiritual people. And I don't know if you can see the books that I have here, and this is just half of them, but there are 30-day retreats from the Ave Maria Press, and they're being presented by Mother Teresa, Thomas à Kempis, St. Francis of Assisi, John of the Cross, Teresa of Avila, Teresa of Lisieux, great people who really knew the Lord and knew what to do to be able to develop their relationship with the Lord. It's a wonderful series. It's one of the best that I've ever come upon. Short, 2-3 minutes a day, but goes right to the center of the heart. Jesus said to us, unless you change and become like little children, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. The other thing he said was, learn of me, for I am meek and humble of heart, not meek and humble of head. We spend so much time in our heads that it's good for us to be able to go from the head to the heart, and that's where things really happen, isn't it? It's only 12 inches between your head and your heart, but it's the longest journey that many people will make, especially men. In your head, you're kind of under control, and you have that PhD of knowing everything and understanding everything, and there's been too much time spent in the head with religious people. But once you go to the heart, you have to risk for it. You have to be open. You have to allow things to happen, and that's a transforming thing. Once you get changed, once you get transformed, you'll be able to change and transform others by your presence, by your words, by your love and consideration. Listen to these words from St. Francis de Sales. They could have been written yesterday for us, and they really speak to our hearts. I know they do to mine. Stop worrying. Boy, was that a great line to start out with. Stop worrying. Whatever it is that you must do to follow the path that God has shown you, to do it to the best of your ability. And when you have done it, move on to the next thing. Don't keep rerunning it in your mind, trying to decide whether your efforts were too little or too much, whether it was a great deed or a small one, whether you might have done better. If it wasn't sinful, and you were trying to do the will of God, it is enough. Don't worry. Move on. Simply, calmly, peacefully. Follow the path the Lord shows you, free of anxiety. Otherwise, your anxiety will undermine your efforts to grow. We become so tense and anxious that we lose the ability, the peace, in order to grow. And that's what's happened in our culture now, hasn't it? If you do fail, don't let anxiety overcome you. But admit your failure quietly, humbly, and in God's presence. Then get on with following the path that God will continue to show you. What a nice thing. The name of this book is Set Your Heart Free, Francis of de Sales. I'm going to share a few more in the next couple of days. If you like this, you're going to end up really enjoying the things that I'm going to share in the next few days. Keep on praying. The truth is, every hour that you pray really does indeed add 2 hours to your day. So keep on going. Stay wonderful. You are. Your prayer should be, Lord, help me to understand the richness, the beauty that is me, and not be upset by anything else, but to really understand the beauty and believe in the goodness that is in me, because you are indeed beautiful. So keep on going, keep on loving, keep on trying to go from your head to your heart. It's in your heart that transformation really takes place, and we'll hopefully be able to show that from Francis de Sales better in the next couple of days. So have a nice day. God bless, and good being with you. Thank you.